So, welcome everyone to another interview of The Shield Doing the Couch. Today, I'm joined by Steve Lips from legendary band Anvil. I'm here with him because they're putting out their 19th album. It's coming out on May 20, and it's called Impact is Imminent. So, Steve, how are you today, sir?
Feeling better.
Oh, what happened?
This is the modern way of smoking.
Oh,
Marijuana.
oh,
Right?
nice.
It's legal. It's legal in Canada.
Yeah, I think it should be almost legal everywhere else soon. So yeah, it's I think it should be legal. There's other things that are more harmful than that, and I don't see why people can have their fun, and so I didn't know that it was legal in Canada.
And it's not even a matter of fun. It's a matter of comfort.
Yeah.
Like it's not that I'm having fun. I feel very when I smoke, I get extra patient. I don't get angry as easy. If everybody smoked pot, there might not be war.
I'm with you on that, sir. If everyone smoked pot, everyone would be like just chilling, eating something, and having fun and laughing.
Let's send Mr. Putin a whole whack of it. That's what I say.
He should, so he should relax. Yeah,
he could definitely use it. That for sure.
he definitely could. Yeah, you never seen like people in like reggae.
Well, you know what I find really fucking fucked up?
What, man?
Is he's friends with Paul McCartney.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's friends with Paul McCartney. How can you be friends with Paul McCartney and cause a war? How the fuck does that work?
He definitely didn't listen to the Beatles songs. They're all about.
I don't get it. No, he's a Beatles fan. I saw films of him with Paul McCartney. Okay.
Oh wow.
The two of them sitting there talking and having a lovely afternoon. So well, I don't fucking get it. Like to me, that's like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's things
that doesn't make sense. The whole thing doesn't. Like after all the pandemic, we did everything. The whole world did everything it can and worked together as a world planet community to get rid of the virus, and then Russia starts a war. Like, how the fuck does that work?
Yeah, you would think that after 2 years of this shit, like being like locked down in your house, people would want to get out and have fucking fun, But no, yeah, let's start a war. Yeah, I know.
It's really bothering me, so that's why I'm talking about it.
No, you can talk about. Yeah, we can talk about anything you like, sir. And yeah,
I'm just talking about that today because it really is awful.
Yeah, it really is, and you think that in this damn age, like wars are, they're never the answer to anything. There's
they never really. It's just all it is just bloody. Yeah.
It is,
and nothing really ever gets resolved.
No, it's like a cycle.
It's crazy. It's just I don't know. Yeah, it's hard to be part of the world community and sit and watch this and not be able to do anything about it. I think that's the worst part.
Yeah, because
we all want to do something about the pandemic, but then there's missiles being fired into a country for no reason. There's not even a reason.
Yeah, when I heard that happened, I'm like, why?
That's okay. I can understand going after an aggressive country that's attacking, but Ukraine is minding its own business and they attack it for what? What I'm trying to figure out what's the end game. What is there to be gained?
Yeah, that's
what I don't understand.
It's not like Russia needs more land. Russia is.
Yeah, what do you need? Yeah, they need more land, right? Like they got the biggest country in the fucking world, and they need more land. They're not even using nowhere near what they got. Like, I don't understand. Like,
yeah, I
don't think anybody does, and I think that's that's a real really fucking horrible thing, is when you can't control it and you don't understand why. It's just
yeah, there's no, like, if you have to explain, like, if I have kids, how I don't know how to explain like the reason for why a country would attack another country that wasn't doing anything. So yeah, I'm totally with you on that. Yeah, it's very,
it's like, okay, I can understand attacking an aggressive country that's attacked you. You know
yeah,
what
that's
I'm
a threat to the world.
Yeah, that's a threat, but what threat is that country to anybody? I don't get it.
That would be like
My whole thing is, why not?
yeah.
But apparently they are, but I'm wondering, why isn't the Ukraine firing missiles into Russia?
I don't know, but it's like, it would be like the United States invading Canada. There's no reason to invade Canada.
What's to be gained? Like, I don't know what's to be gained. I don't understand. That isn't already there.
I know, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, this was fun. But getting back to the album that you're putting out, I know that you recorded that album while on lockdown, and you recorded again with Martin Pfeiffer, which you have done the last 3 albums with. How was that experience of creating an album in COVID times?
Well, actually, it made very little or no difference at all, other than the fact that previous to going in, I recorded and did everything by myself.
Yeah, I heard that.
That's what the difference is, and all the producers did was let us play what we're supposed to do, because we already knew what we already we pre-recorded everything, so we knew exactly what to do. It took us, in actuality, the album was done in about 2 weeks.
Nice, yeah, because you already had everything.
In reality, because the third week was kind of reviewing, and if there was anything that might have needed to be adjusted, you might have adjusted it, but if not much. So like I said, most of it was done in 2 weeks, because it was completely done before we went in.
No,
So
yeah,
what you're doing is, okay, just do it again.
Nice. So you already knew what you were doing, so you just went in, recorded. And the first single that you chose was Ghost Shadow. Why did you choose that song? And what's the song about?
I don't know if there's any real particular reason, other than we all just agreed that we liked that song the best to represent at this point. I'm not really absolutely certain it was the smartest thing to do. There's lots of other songs on the record. I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ultimately, I had nothing to do with it. Let everybody else worry about it.
Okay. Yeah, no,
I kind of went along. Okay, sure, Ghost Shadow, go for it. Whatever.
It's a good representation of the album, and the second single.
Well, like, as an example, I think, like, I was actually thinking that it didn't really necessarily, and I still feel this way. It didn't necessarily need to be Ghost Shadow. It could have easily been Gomez. And the reason that I said Gomez is because Gomez is so fucking different.
Yeah, that's the instrumental that finishes the album.
It's just, it's absolutely a phenomenon what you're hearing, and stands out way beyond a typical metal thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're going to step out with something that everybody's going to notice. That would be my first thought. But no. It's an instrumental. Don't use that. Right? Okay, whatever. So my choices are not necessarily what coincides with the people that are in and around the band.
Okay, yeah.
And how can they? I don't see things from the same perspective. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's your creation, it's your baby, and
yeah,
okay,
and how I feel about it, but it doesn't mean that's how everybody else feels about it.
yeah.
So they chose the song that I wrote about, basically about people that follow you or make your life their business, and you don't even know.
So like a mother-in-law. No.
Yeah, it's something like a mother-in-law, right? She's there, you don't know she's there, but she's good. She's watching you.
She's judging you. I know.
Yeah. Right. It's sort of that. It's partially what it is saying, and it's about paranormal. It's about being watched by spirits. But not necessarily spirits. It could be another person. You feel their presence.
Yeah.
That from them being connected somehow, and I don't know how, but
yeah, sounds interesting. So yeah,
it's just, if you can feel it, but there's nothing to prove it, or so I just wrote from that perspective. You know what I mean? And that's what. I think that the obvious things about it are that it has a throwback feeling of the early Anvil material, but that's more an aspect of it's the same fucking writer.
It's just you, like
what the fuck can you do about that?
Yeah.
Is that a bad thing? You know how many like, just as an example, you know how many flower paintings of flowers that Van Gogh did?
I have no fucking clue.
I think there's 31.
Oh, I actually went to the Van Gogh Museum, but it was
anyway,
in
like
2006.
as an example, just so I can show you really quick.
Oh, sure, of course.
Is that
oh, nice. Yeah, I can vaguely see. Yeah,
I'm trying to get it so on the correct angle. Whoops.
No, I can see it. I can see the flowers. They're the yellow flowers.
Right, the yellow flowers. Everybody's seen that, right? Okay,
yeah.
Now watch. That's one of them. I just happen to have two of them.
Oh yeah, I see. Those are yellow, but also bigger.
Yeah, they're two different paintings, same painter, but they look, at first you're thinking, didn't I see that before? Yeah, you did. Slightly different.
Yeah, it would be, there's
the same fucking painter.
It's like, for example, musically, like ACDC. You listen to an ACD album and they have that like similar formula that they follow.
It's the sound. It's their sound.
It's their sound. It's like Anvil. Anvil, you have your sound that's been around, and
well, actually, I think the thing is they're two. It's the same writers, but at the same time, Anvil's part of what a problem is that people don't. They go, you've been writing the same albums over and over and over again, but that's actually completely not true.
No, you're not. You haven't been writing the same albums, but you have your style.
And in fact, some people will say that, and then they'll go, but this album sounds different because it sounds more like your original album.
I know people.
Now that's really confusing. You've been writing the same album for years, but this one is different. It sounds like the one that you did before.
Yeah, that happens.
What the fuck is that? That makes no sense. Or they go,
it happens.
The best is that I get a real laugh out of. Honestly, it's fucking hilarious. Is Anvil are back? No, Anvil never left. All the fans went away. and you came back. We have always been here. There's
Yeah.
fucking 19 albums to prove that fact. Well, how many of them do you have? That's the big question. And don't answer, I couldn't find them. You could find them if you knew we were around, if you could be bothered.
Yeah, and now you can find, obviously,
That's the thing. It's not, it's the fans know very well what we've been up to. The new people or the old people who go, hey, they sound like they used to, they're back. You haven't been here all along.
yeah.
That's what that's saying. You haven't been here all along. What was the song Bush Pig in 1992? What was, I could go on, that's just the beginning. That's just the tip of the iceberg, right?
Yes,
What was Blood on the Ice in 87? What was I guess Paper General in 1980, in 86. I mean, every fucking album has throwbacks to the first and second and third album. Every album, because it's the same writers.
No, yeah,
It
and
always has. It always has and always will, because it's the same writers. You can't escape yourself.
no, of course not.
And
you,
or should you try? Musicians work a lifetime to attain a style and a fucking sound. And without it, you become everything. And that means you are nothing. If you sound like everything, you are nothing. You gotta sound unique, like one. Only you sound like that. Now you got something.
yeah, no,
You don't have that, you have nothing. That's really the truth. When you go to be an original musician, that's what you're trying to do, is create your sound,
yeah,
your
no, and
unique identity. You know, you're just like, I have a look, like what my face looks like, my music sounds. I don't change my face every time I make an album. So I I don't even things that are wrong make you what you are. The things that are imperfect, like my teeth, they're imperfect, perfect, great. You never forget that smile, right? You never forget it.
no, I'm not gonna, yeah,
It's
no,
not perfect. It's
yeah, but
the imperfection. It's the imperfection that we love. It's the imperfection of Frank Sinatra's sliding into the note that we love.
no,
Because
yeah,
if he hit all the notes right on, it'd be fucking boring. It'd just sound like a fucking machine. So what? Big deal. Sings perfect. Great.
yeah.
No character. What's that?
Yeah, I know what you're saying now, because a lot of like modern music, they rely so much on auto tune, and you don't sound like that. So I agree on that. But
Oh, well, what happened? Everybody's going, okay, well, melody and think about this. There's a genre that became out of the metal genre that went so far against the grain, and going with the grain as much as possible would be, dressing like a woman and looking really pretty for the girls, and writing ballads and making really poser rock. Well, that went as far as it went. And then all of a sudden, because it did that, and a billion fucking songs with guitar solos that there's so many notes, there's no melody, so it doesn't mean anything. It's not like a solo once was. It's not like the solo to Highway Star. It's like, what the fuck? It's okay. So everything went to extremes, and what happened? You got grunge. You got fucking anti-musical fucking shit going on. Then you get death metal and all that. That's actually anti-musical in a sense.
okay.
And what do I mean by anti-musical? It's got no melody. It's got no fucking sense of rhythm.
It's
You
just
can't
comedy,
have it going is a rhythm. What
It's
groove
like a
is
pummeling
that?
rhythm.
How are you going to sit there and go to the beat? Is there a beat? It's like fuck, dancing to machine guns.
Yeah, I could review a death metal
Anyway,
album.
I'm just saying that, and when you play that fast, now you can't put melody. So then you end up yelling and barking. What do you say? And it's by the band that you can't read the fucking logo.
Oh yeah, those are
But come on, man!
They're like
that's how. I mean, if you look at stuff, you're going, what is this? What is this? Like,
yeah, I know.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that it's. I mean, it's really seriously going against everything that you can possibly go against.
Yeah, you mentioned grunge,
You
but I
don't,
have
use melody, so you never have anything that's memorable. You don't put a logo so anybody can tell the name of the band that is creating this racket. They never play any succession of notes long enough for you ever to actually completely comprehend what's happening. They tune the guitars down so low that there is no distinction between the notes, so you don't even understand what the fuck you're listening to. So at the end of the day, what is it? Is that music? They tell me it is.
Yeah, you mentioned grunge, but I have a soft spot for grunge.
Okay, maybe I'm being overcritical. Well, I don't know. Am I being overcritical to say that music should have melody and a rhythm?
I think music
Isn't
should have melody.
that what the definition of what music is? Melody to a rhythm? Isn't that what music is?
Yes.
At least the last time I ever tried to figure out exactly how to describe what music is, that's what I thought it always was. And if you have no melody and you have no rhythm, then it's not music, is it?
No, I would say no.
Well, but people are saying that it is, and okay, I became very interested to find out exactly what this all is all about, and I figured I'm going to find out because I'm going to ask the musicians that actually do it and ask them, what are you guys doing? What is this? And it is purposely being done to make it so complicated. Like, it's really, really complex and super organized to be that complex. But at the same time, it's not really listenable to the average person.
Yeah, no, I understand the point of view. So on that note,
I could say maybe it's for the super intellectuals, or it's for people who don't care if it has no melody or rhythm. Whatever.
So on that note, let me show the artwork for the upcoming album that you have. So yeah, this is the album cover for the Impact is Imminent. So who did the album cover for this, Lips?
Well, what originally happened when we were talking about putting the album together, we always come up with the album cover concept and what it's going to be, and that's what the parameters are on discovering what we're calling the record. So what was started out as a conversation was the impact of the actual pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we were talking about initially, and then we thought of the word impact, and then we thought, well, why don't we make the anvil into an asteroid?
Oh yeah, no, it's
so then that's where this came in, and then it became, well, then its impact is imminent, and that will describe what an asteroid anvil would be doing.
Yeah.
and at the same time, somehow, I guess the word is synonym, or maybe it's symbol. It's a symbolism in a certain way that that impact is imminent is the impact of Anvil's music is imminent as well. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to be said. There has to be a level where the title is also involved in describing the band's position and I guess intent, what we're trying to put across, right?
Yeah, and actually something that's very important is for all you young bands, the logo, you can read the logo. You can read that it says Anvil there.
Yeah. Well, we've had people say there's no anvil on the cover.
Oh my God, yeah. You know, like we were talking about sound, like in
I'm serious. We had one album, Pounding the Pavement, and it was a jackhammer with an anvil end on it, and people are looking, and it takes up a third of the album cover, and they're going, there's no anvil on the cover.
Oh my God. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's hard to please people. Like you can do an album that you stay true to your sound and they're like, oh, they're not changing. Then you change and they're like, oh no, they changed too much. That, you know, you can't please everyone as long as you
you can't. You absolutely not. And my intention is every fucking time I do this to my own criticism.
You know, that I think that's
that I'm the one who says yes or no to everything, and that's it.
Yeah,
and
if you like it,
give a rat's ass what happens afterwards.
That's a great attitude to have in life, because you know, if you're worried about what everyone will say,
at the end of the day, I found out the only person that really cares is me.
Yeah, and you know,
so everybody else, I don't like it, and then or anybody else, if they don't like it, they don't like it. So fucking what? Who cares?
You know,
I don't depend on the people that hate me. I depend on the people that love my band, and I make music for the people that love my band. And I know when I've done a good job because I've pleased myself, because I'm the hardest person to fucking satisfy. So my fans are a lot easier on me than I am. So my whole point is, if it got past my scrutiny, they're probably going to like it.
Yeah,
and that's how to look at it. You can't look at it any other way, because that is the way it really is. Otherwise, I'm not an artist. It's meaningless. If I don't care, then it's really finished.
No, yeah, it makes
sense that I do care. That you are taking the care and the bother and doing the work. Some people call it work. So I don't really call it work. It's self-expression. I enjoy doing it. I love doing it, and I don't have expectations of anything.
Yeah, if you wouldn't like doing,
just want to get the expressions done. I want to get my whole thing is, and what I always will say, and I'll say it till the end of the day, it's not the guy who sells the most records. It's the guy who records the most records.
Yeah, no, what I was going to say is, like, you know, no one can say that you wouldn't like doing that, because you wouldn't have put out 19 albums if you're not liking what you're doing. Like there's no way someone can do that.
The other thing is, you know, why didn't you quit?
Because that's what you love doing.
What the fuck are you going to quit something you love? You quit things you hate.
That is very true. And
I don't fucking like. There's a lot of things that society, the things that I get presented with, and I go, that is just that is nuts. That's just fucking, what's wrong with people, man?
Yeah. And you know what?
Why don't you quit? Why would you quit what you love? That doesn't, it makes no, you quit, you lose.
No, yeah, I totally agree. And you know,
nothing to gain by quitting, nothing.
No, I agree. And I've been talking to a lot of like younger bands that play thrash in my channel. And some of them have said that, you know, Anvil is an inspiration, especially when they saw the the documentary because they saw the passion, and that movie shows what it takes to make it and believe in your dreams. And I've spoken to a lot of young bands that really tell me that that movie is an inspiration that inspired them, to tour and to keep going and to not quit. So that's something that you've done for people.
Yeah, it's something that's all wonderful, but it's I just find it, Rob and I talk about the general thing that the way and what we've discovered. If you're famous, there's lots of things that come with fame, and you don't really know that until you're there. And what do I mean by that? Well, you've got people that love you. There's going to be people that hate you.
Yep.
And if there's no one that hates you, you're not famous.
That is a very good point, and it happens to everyone.
It comes with it. It comes with it. That's what it is. And why? For the same reason. Why is Putin causing a war?
Because he's
envy, jealousy, fear.
Yeah,
those are all the negative aspects. That's why people hate. People hate because of those reasons.
Yeah. No, it's
and that's what it is. So you get another musician, they're going, "Oh, fucking guy, what does he make it and I don't? Fuck him, he's shit." Okay, there you go. What's that?
Yeah, no, then that attitude doesn't help anyone.
It was getting bigger, man. We can't let that happen. They're getting bigger and better than we are. Let's go bomb another fucking country. I hate them. There's a reason.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I mean, it's a failing of humanity. It's a failure point of humanity, envy and jealousy. And, and it's everywhere because that's where we are. That's what human nature is. It comes with it. It comes with it. There's much good, there's bad.
Yeah, and human beings.
That's why we talk about a heaven and a hell, because basically, fundamentally, we are evil and good at the same time.
We are, yeah. Everyone has they can be evil or they can be good.
Yeah,
yeah, I totally agree.
You always have, it's always have evil tendencies because that actually is survival instinct. It's competition.
It is, yeah, very competitive.
It comes down to I'm gonna get my food before you get my food. It's competition. It's me before you.
Yeah, it happens in the workplace, sports. You name it.
It permeates everything. It permeates everything. It is. It makes it. It's a propellant. These are the things that make up. But at the same time that I'm saying it, you have to realize it's there and it's true. You can't be in denial of it.
No, you can't. And
and the other day, and I really felt for it, but at the same time, it's like, come on, man. I saw Sharon Osbourne talking about people hating her and how upset it made her. And I'm thinking, you're so fucking famous. What do you give a shit if somebody hates you, man? What's the point? Why dwell?
She also, I remember there was an Ozfest when Iron Maiden was playing that she gave an order like to unplug them and people, so yeah. She can't complain if she's hated. Because obviously if you do shit like that.
Man, but she's got, you could say, well, she's got it coming. You could, everybody, whatever. Yeah. I'm not judging. I'm not making any judgmental. I'm not even talking about reasoning or anything like that. I'm just talking about somebody who is talking about being hurt. I mean, I saw Ted Nugent's wife say the same things.
I don't even know who he's
gets on the all over the web saying all kinds of nasty things about, and some of it's so nasty that you can't believe it. You can't believe it, and you're wondering why people are writing you, "I wish you were dead."
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
the thing with the internet, that people can write stuff that they wouldn't say in person.
Yeah, that's it, and all the cowards get to be really brave because they can go on the internet under a fake name and say whatever the hell is they want to say to anybody. It doesn't matter who.
Back in the day,
and no one can say anything to them because they don't know who they are.
No, that is true.
Really brave, man. That's tough. That's the good stuff, man. That's and you know, sadly, that person or these people who make these who do these kind of things, they've got as much of a say and as much notice as somebody who says something positive. That's the sad part. Everybody's got a soapbox to stand up and make a statement, and most of it is just bullshit. You know, and that's what goes on. I mean, that's why I left Facebook. I couldn't handle it. I just can't handle it. And everybody bragging, everybody the polarization of people, the way that they come to think that everybody is lumped into one group or another group. Yeah. The separating by vaccinated, unvaccinated, black and white, and Jewish and Christian and Muslim, and every possible way you can slice the fucking piece of fucking humanity. Let's slice it into fucking pins and needles to nothing. Fucking, you know, and separate everyone. And it's like, what the fuck, man? I'm just sick and tired of it all.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, you get tired of like everyone's like, if you don't think like them, you're wrong, and everyone has to think a certain way. You know, people are different. Everyone comes from different backgrounds.
The other thing is, and the other thing that I came to realize, that whatever anybody's told the first time around, that's what they end up believing, even if it's bullshit. And then unlearning it, forget it. They're never going to unlearn it. So, and you don't. And then afterwards, if you try, like if I go and say something, anything that might be controversial in that regard, like you should go get vaccinated. All of a sudden, Lips is an asshole. He says everybody should get vaccinated because he's a sheep, because he doesn't realize that it's just a big scam, because all these crazy people have decided they're going to believe in the bullshit, and there's just as much backing for the bullshit on the internet as for the truth. So what's the truth? The truth is buried in bullshit.
Yeah.
Go dig and find out what the truth is. And sometimes you're never going to do it.
Yeah.
Never going to do it, because they're not going to tell you what the truth is. No one there, and no one really wants to know. That's the other thing. So, you know, I just watch all this stuff and it's like, wow, wow, you know. So that, I mean, now that we can bring us back to the album in a way, and how I express those things in songs like "Someone to Hate."
Yeah, and the lockdown song that you have in there too.
Well, the thing is, "Someone to Hate" is my perspective. Like, I think that the media really worked for 3 years really hard to make everybody hate Donald Trump.
Oh, yeah.
And basically they succeeded.
Yeah, I didn't like him before he was president. So
I to be honest with you, I had very little to judge anything. Hard to tell what was really. All I know is I'd hear that he did this or said that, and then I'd see the clip of what they were talking about, and I go, I didn't get that. Why'd they turn it into that?
Yeah, the media hated him. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going, they're playing with this shit, man. Like, it's just started becoming really obvious to me. And I'm going, well, I don't know. They got their reasons, whatever. Is he good or bad? He certainly has a big mouth, but
Yeah, he's just like he's a persona. Yeah,
it's a big deal.
yeah.
I don't know. All I know is in the aftermath, he was going out making business deals with all the other world leaders that no one else was gonna dare do. And it was like the closest we came to the real fucking world peace. And now it's been shot to shit. So I don't know who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. I don't fucking know, man.
Yeah, I think they all suck, to be honestly.
Yeah, I don't think yeah, exactly. I trust no one. They all got flaws, and
They're all bad. Like
and give enough money to anybody, and they'll do what you want.
Yeah, they're all bad. Like, for example, I'm from Puerto Rico, and I left Puerto Rico after the hurricane. And after the hurricane, we found out how corrupt our government was. Like, they were, making fun of people that died. There was bottled waters that were lost. So there's corrupt government everywhere. So yeah, they all suck. I'm not I'm not like a
any organized group that runs anything has got corruption.
Yeah.
Well, the police. You're going to go to the police station. They got corruption
everywhere. Yeah. You can escape it.
There was some friends of mine that were telling me about the police catching guys who broke into the liquor store.
Oh, okay.
And what they pulled out 100-year-old bottles of wine from the basement, and the cops put it in their car.
Oh wow. Yes. Yeah. That where can you go for that? So Lips.
You stop and you think, and you're going, well, maybe if I was a cop, I might have done the same thing. You got, $1,000 bottle of wines that could have just as easily been broken on the ground.
Yeah.
Just like you see the other ones. Why not just put them in my trunk of my car and take it home and enjoy it? What's the difference?
Yeah. Yeah, I know. So I know you guys are gonna tour soon in May.
It's just the way that I look at the world is. It's like yeah, we have a tour coming up.
Yeah, so I know you're touring with White Wizard and Midnight Hellion, which is pretty cool. So what can people and fans expect from this upcoming tour?
Well, we're trying. It's going to be a long set because we're covering our newest album and the last album that we never got to tour for.
Yeah, the one with the angel, right?
Yeah, Legal at Last. We marched. It came out in February 14th in 2020. And by March 15th, the tour was over for 2 years. So we never got to tour properly for that album. So
I see you guys aren't coming to Florida.
No, we're not coming to Florida this time.
Yeah, that sucks, but yeah. But yeah, it sounds like
this time. But understand this and know it. This is the first run.
Oh yeah.
Because we're gonna book 80 shows at once.
Yeah, I know you're not.
We gotta get to other parts of the world. So we do 40 now, and we'll do another 40 later. So I would say the next time we're gonna come through Florida.
Yeah, it makes sense.
No, we didn't. I haven't played Nashville. We should be playing Nashville. I don't know why we're not, but we're playing the other cities in Tennessee. So, okay, that's what we'll do this time. Next time we'll do Nashville. We didn't get to play Las Vegas. We're playing Reno, Nevada this time. So, you got to leave room for other things later, right?
No, yeah, of course. There's no way that anyone can expect for you to cover everywhere at once, you know.
Well, they do. And then when they get mad at you, or they carve on you, they complaining and fucking whatnot.
Yeah, I think that what we've learned from today's conversation is that you definitely can't please everyone, and always someone's gonna be pissed. Like, for example, like if I do videos and album reviews, there's always going to be that jerk that says like, oh, you forgot to mention this song. I'm like, because I mentioned this other song. Like, and it takes a lot of, you know, making a video, talking about something. It's, you know, you got to listen to the album, you got to prepare. It's not that easy, you know, and I do it because I love it. I love talking about music and love talking to people in bands.
Getting paid pennies to the dollar,
yeah,
to the amount of work you're putting in.
Yeah, and you know, this is a hobby.
Well, it's more than a hobby.
Yeah,
it's a passion.
It's a passion. Yes,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
and that's what it. And you know what? It's probably the best thing and the most thing that you derive the most enjoyment out of. And it doesn't matter if it costs you money and time. It doesn't matter. All that matters is your enjoyment.
Yes, of course.
We're here for our happiness, to try to find our happiness any way you can.
Yeah, no, I do this because I love it.
That's all that will matter at the end of the day, is how many moments you had of happiness. It doesn't matter what it cost you. Okay, that's all that I can say.
Yeah, no, I agree with you 100% on that. So, you know, it's been great talking to you about life. Obviously, the upcoming album. Anything that you would like to say to the fans of Anvil?
Well, I think that you have I'm very, very grateful that my fans have been there for me, you know, and like I said, I do it for myself, for you guys. That's really what it is. I'm so critical on myself, and it's all because I want to be as good as I can possibly be for you.
No,
because, I mean, what else is there?
Yeah, I know. At the end of the day, yeah, it's all about, you know, that enjoying what you do. So Lips, thank you again for taking some time to talk with me. I know you're a busy man, and I wish best of luck on the new album, the new tour, and everyone. They can pre-order it, right?
Yep. There's and if you can't find it, there's a way to actually, if you go to the Anvil Facebook page, Rob has put up the link to go order it, to pre-order pre-order it. It's right there he just posted it this morning. So
yeah, so there's no way people can miss it
there.
Well, yeah, no, and everyone, Anvil's new album comes out on May 20th. So if you like that heavy metal classic sound, obviously I listened to the album, so I know what the album is all about. So it's a very enjoyable album. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the instrumentals. I think, you know, the album has a great flow, and it has some, you know, memorable track and fun tracks, you know, like the Lockdown track. I really enjoyed that one. And I loved A Lesson Learned. I think that's a great album opener that really grabs your attention from the get-go. So
yeah, Take a Lesson. That's pretty bizarre. Yeah, that's great song, man.
Yeah. So again, thank you for joining me, Steve.
Okay,
so until next time, this is Victor, the Shield Dude and a Cow.
Day.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.